Now, a Rhett interview. You saw a little bit of footage of Rhett already, but I'm going to go take him out this weekend and get a nice long interview with him. It's going to be great. We're going to go over everything that's happening so far in Korea, his impressions, how he's doing, you know, all of his thoughts on the upcoming IEF tournament, on his practice schedule, how long it's going to take him to improve his ZVZ. We're going to cover everything. So keep your eyes out for that. That will be released within the next week. And that's about it for the foreigner scene. Let's get into the Korean scene a little bit now. We have the Pro League going on, and it's a little bit surprising to people right now. In first place, we have KT with 4-0. Second place, we made Fox with 3-0, which is astounding because they got, what, second last time. Really did not do well last season, but they are really performing now. And then we have STX with 3-1 in third place. Now, on the bottom, Air Force in third to last place instead of the normal last with 0-3. Then we have Woongjin at 0-3. You know, Kwanro, he's 0-3 in Pro League so far, so that move not going so well for Woongjin so far. And then we have Samsung in last place. You know, part of that looks like it's been FBH. He has gotten 0-2 so far, but he really, his two losses were against two completely superior Terran players in Flash and Mind. And it looks like Mind may be coming out of his little downswing he was on for a really long time. Hopefully, one of the smartest Terran players ever to have existed in the entire StarCraft world. I really hope to see a lot more of him. Definitely my favorite Terran player of all time. Now, so that's Pro League. Kind of interesting to see the results going on there. A lot of great matches coming up this next week, including Boxer coming out, which is pretty surprising. You know, they have such a strong lineup on SK21. To see Boxer coming out is exciting, especially considering it's going to be against a Zerg, which is the one matchup that guy can still really play. So definitely keep your eyes open for that match. I'm sure everyone's going to watch it. Now, OSL, MSL, let's go over that for just a second here. A really imbalanced couple of tournaments. We have 7 Terran players through so far between the two, 8 Protoss between the two, and 18 Zerg players. You know, between the seeds from last season and the Zerg maps and the good Zerg metagame right now, really. You know, it's very hard for Protoss to beat Zerg right now. Zerg is just absolutely dominating. Hopefully we won't see a ton more ZVZ finals this time. That was kind of boring. But, you know, they got to do something about these maps. They got to fix them up a little bit. Isn't Protoss supposed to be doing well this time of year? I don't know, man. Not many of them are making it through, so hopefully they can step up. Come on, Bisu. Let's see you in another finals, please. No more ZVZ. Now, there's a game also that I want to talk about that took place this week. Up Magic vs. Iris from the Eastro against CJ Pro League match. And this actually really surprised me. A lot of people don't give these guys the proper credit they deserve in TVT, but they're two of the best TVT players in Korea. Iris, he's had crazy streaks TVT before, a really all-around strong player in this matchup. And then we have Up Magic, who is just so solid TVT. You know, he was the only person beating Flash during Flash's little run of invincibility last season. So a totally awesome TVT player as well. So this matchup, it really excited me to watch this. I actually got to go watch it live when we brought Rhett down there, along with some other people, Tasis and I did. And, you know, the matchup, it was interesting because Up Magic did a very old school Terran vs. Terran build with little tweaks in it. It was the one factory, one starport, Wraith with Cloak. You make a bunch of siege tanks, get siege mode, go up there with some Marines and siege tanks and SCVs, and really try to pressure your opponent very early. It's almost all-in-ish. You really have to do a lot of damage with it, or you're going to be so far behind because your command center is decades late. Now, Iris, he scouted this very well. He went for a one-factory expansion, so he actually, you know, he did a build that can do quite well against this. And Iris is a very old school player. He's been a pro gamer for a long time, which means he's seen the, you know, fact star build umpteen times. He should know exactly what to do against it. But you know what happened? Basically, Up Magic comes down with his tanks, with some SCVs, a Vulture, brings his Marines up, and he's getting ready to attack Iris. Now, Iris has already seen the Cloaked Wraiths, and he sees these tanks come over. Iris, in the meantime, has 3 tanks and a Goliath with an SCV, I believe it was, on the high ground outside of his natural. Now, Iris made a huge blunder that is really quite amateur. I mean, he should know exactly what to do here. When you see that coming, you already have your second factory, you already have your second command center. All you have to do is stop this attack by Up Magic. If you kill those tanks he's brought over, the game is over, you win. but he engages with those units, and it's really just a horrifically bad idea to do. He should have pulled them back immediately, grabbed a ton of SCVs, just grab 12 from your expansion at least, and just go up and just all in on his units. You have to kill those siege tanks. That is all that matters in this situation. So it was really quite a blunder by Iris. Such an old school, intelligent, smart TVT player. I'm really surprised to have seen that happen, but Up Magic takes the victory there. And, you know, I don't know, Iris. You shouldn't be making mistakes like that, though. Alright, so that's about it for the Korean scene, but something very big happened in StarCraft 2 recently. The next battle report was leaked. Already over 70,000 hits on YouTube, so everyone's seen it several times. I'm sure I myself have watched about 4 or 5 times so far. And a few things I would like to point out about it is that it looks very microable. When David Kim was running around with his flame vultures, when he was using his dropship and everything, it looked like good players are going to be able to execute very easily in that game. It looks like any micro coming in from StarCraft 1 is going to work in StarCraft 2. And a few interesting things to point out that we saw in this video was the power of the new size storm. Yes, they made, you know, the size of it a little bit smaller, but now it deals damage a lot quicker, so it's actually more powerful than ever before. It's going to be a lot more painful during peon raids, and it's just so strong. You saw in that video that it just destroys armies so quick. You know, before it dealt damage slower than this, but it had a bigger radius, so you could actually run out from underneath it even though it was further to run. Nowadays it looks like it's dealing damage, bam, 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 damage is done. It's very powerful, so I think we're going to see a lot of ghosts used in this matchup. You're going to have to EMP those size storms because they just look absolutely too strong at this point. So that was the one interesting thing. The other one that I really liked was ghosts. Nukes fall down really quickly nowadays, and it looks like it's going to be awesome to finally use nukes in real games instead of just embarrassing people with them. So it looks like StarCraft 2, the gameplay looked really fluid. It looked like they've improved the Ghost unit, thank God, lowered its tier a little bit so that we can actually use that unit as Terran. And the game overall looking really great. Where's that beta? I don't know. I really want to play it so badly, though, after watching that battle report about 5 times. So anyways, that is the news this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Question, comments, criticism, anything like that, let us know. Trying to improve as always. And thanks for watching.